Hey guys, it's Will here from W.T.F Car Reviews and WTFauto.com, and today we're going to be reviewing a 2018 Ruby Red Ford Explorer Platinum with, of course, a 3.5 liter EcoBoost engine. And for those of you who don't know, Ford released the Explorer 30 years ago in 1991. They took over the Bronco 2 platform before in 1996 the Ford Expedition ended up taking over the Bronco itself platform that was sharing the F-150 base. So for 30 years, the Explorer has been on the road. So this is its 5th generation. They just released the 6th in 2020. So let's take a look at this 2018 Ruby Red Platinum. So coming out front, you have your signature platinum grille with the multiple, spokes of aluminum. Come around side, you got your LED headlights with fog lights. No functional vents for your brakes, unfortunately, but that's fine. Here you got your 20-inch rims wrapped in Hankook Ventus S1 Noble 2 tires. These are 255/50 R20s, and honestly, they don't do a great job for performance, but they do very good in wet and sandy conditions. So outside of that, the rim, of course, you got your black and silver contrast with 5 spokes. Going around side, you do have a brushed aluminum Explorer nameplate. I don't know if you guys can pick that up. But it goes all the way to the side of the vehicle. So up here, of course, you got your smart access door for the driver. You just press the button and it locks. Going around side, typical Explorer side profile. Of course, you got your tinted rear windows and tinted hatch windows. There you got your platinum badge with your Ford and a silver Explorer nameplate, unlike on the Sport where you get the blacked out trim. Down here you got your EcoBoost badge with your 4-wheel drive. This of course has a 3.5 liter twin turbo 6-cylinder, and you see your quad exhaust tips. In the center right here, I'm not going to take it off, but this is of course your trailer hitch. And come around side, you got the same thing around here, except here you got your just push to open gas tank with easy fill. 93 octane recommended, of course. This Explorer is actually tuned, so you have no choice but to put 93 octane in. But outside of that, very nice exterior. You also have a small spoiler up there with roof racks. And down here, I don't know if you can see, but these are your parking sensors, which are very useful in a big SUV like this. All right, so coming out to the door. As soon as you open the door, you see you have a leather wrapped area up here for the door panel where your elbow will often rest. Coming around down, you do have a aluminum door handle itself, and you have 3-person memory seats, which is very nice. Most vehicles only come with 2, if even that. So coming around lower, you do have a wood trim wrapped in an brushed aluminum piece. And this doesn't have graining, but it does seem to still be real wood trim. Of course, you got your not perforated, but you got your quilted leather right here underneath the wood trim and right above your elbow pad, which is very softly padded and of course wrapped in leather. You have 4-way power windows, and you have 4-way adjustable mirrors, of course. You have the speaker right there, and down here you do have an illuminated Explorer nameplate with brushed aluminum outside. So taking a look at the seat right here, you have a very soft, very comfortable, fairly supportive leather seat. Here you do have some quilts on the bolsters, and it's perforated in the middle. This is of course a heated and cooled seat, and down here in Tampa, Florida right now, it is very nice to have. Okay, so let's take a step into the Explorer, check out the dash and whatnot. Okay, so up top you do have a leather trim up here, stitched leather over here too. Very nice, very soft, high quality dashboard. I'm gonna open the door because it's very hot. Here you have a speaker also on top. You got your air vents. You have your Sony 8-inch sync display you have a very nice aluminum dial which controls your sound. You press it, that controls your tuning. Oh, it actually turns on even without any keys in the car. That's cool. Okay, so here you have your heated and cooled seats. Same thing for the passenger. You got your fan controls, and down here you have a little bit of extra compartments where I'm currently storing my radar detector and phone chargers. So here you have your 6-speed transmission, automatic transmission. Very sluggish transmission from the factory, but after a tune it does quicken up its shifts quite a bit. Same with the all around. Actually, the tune does help a lot in this car. So there you go. In the center you also have cup holders. You have your center console, which is very cluttered, but you have a lot of stuff. It's very deep. It is a two-way console, I believe. No, it's not. Sorry. Okay, so here you have your glove box with the wood trim wrapped in aluminum right above. Open it up, probably a lot of stuff. Not really, but it's damped. I don't believe it's lined with felt. Up top it's lined with felt, but on the bottom it's just hard plastic. Not like that is a big deal, but just giving you a sense of the glove box. You also have one more Explorer nameplate in the front. Okay, so coming out back, the seats are still very comfortable. A little bit less bolstering, of course, but you still have your quilts. You have your perforated leather in the middle. Very soft, very comfortable. This vehicle is actually equipped with captain's chairs, and we removed the center console, so you have easier access into the third row. So here up top, you still have your leather door panel, stitched, very nice, very high quality. You got your wood trim wrapped in aluminum right below, with your aluminum door handle with another speaker right outside. Of course, you still have your padded leather armrest too. Okay, so let's take a look at the trunk space in this Explorer Platinum. Okay, so you immediately see this vehicle does have a very, very large trunk. Even with the third row up, you have very decent cargo capacity. I'll show you guys right now. And this car does have power folding third row, which is very convenient. You just press a button. Just watch them come up. Boom. And see, even with the third row up, you have a very decent amount of cargo capacity. You see how it comes in. You have about almost a foot drop coming into here, so you can put all your groceries in here even with the third row up, which is very rare for a mid-size three-row SUV. And of course, you step back and you see this is a power lift gate, so you just press the button and watch it close. Okay, so now stepping into the second row of the Ford Explorer Platinum. Now, I am 6 feet tall, and I am sitting behind myself. So, with a 6 foot tall person sitting in front and a 6 foot tall in the back, my knees are touching the seat in front of me. This car does have sliding seats, but I'm in this farthest back setting. So, in the second row, you are a little bit on the cramped side. Now, the driver can push his seat up a little bit more to make it more comfortable for the second row, but I feel like for a vehicle of this size, that shouldn't be necessary. Okay, so now stepping into the third row. To get into the third row, all you have to do is press this button right here, and the seat should come up. I should have done it automatically, but I guess it's not. So it's very nice that it does that. Of course, it gives you very easy access to the third row. So let's put this seat back up. Yeah. So kind of like the Acura MDX, my knees are hitting the second row. Like, there's no question about it. However, since we have the captain's chairs in the second row, I am able to put my feet in the middle, which makes it a little bit easier, makes the car a little bit more usable for long trips for more than, I guess, 4 people. So compared to the Acura MDX, I would give this a slightly better third row seat, although overall legroom is about the same, unless you go with the captain's chairs. Okay, so that's about everything there is to see in the inside and outside of the 2018 Explorer Platinum. So let's start her up and see how she sounds. Okay, so stepping inside with the vehicle on. If I didn't mention before, this vehicle also has massage seats, so all you have to do is press the center button right here and it'll come up on your screen, but we'll leave that off for now. Okay, so you come up in the front, you see you have a digital speedometer. You also have your analog tachometer. You have a regular speedometer. You do have a wood grain steering wheel. This is heating too, heated steering wheel. So heated and cooled seats, heated steering wheel, very nice feature. Here, down here, you have your front-facing camera, which is very nice to have for certain situations like, I guess, parallel parking in the city, off-roading, whatnot. But it's very nice to have. You also have your automatic parking. You can parallel park with this car on either side, and you can turn that off. And then you can also, I believe you can perpendicular park too. Yes, see, if you press that button, you can park perpendicularly too, so like in a regular parking lot or driveway. Very nice feature to have. As you can see, my cool seats are on right now. It's very nice to have that feature as well right now. So let's take a step back into the back seat. And before we do that, actually, this is your drive mode. So right here, you can have your mud rut mode, if you can see that. You have your sand mode, and you have your snow, gravel, and grass mode. The differences are very minimal. It's mostly to do with your traction and stability control and which gear your car starts in, but just to have that in the first place is a very nice feature to have. You also have hill descent control on that dial right in the middle. Okay, let's check out the back seat. All right. So back here, you also have a third zone climate. And with that third zone climate, you also have 2 USB jacks and also an AC plug. Very nice features to have. You have heated rear seats as well. Very nice for your passengers. And unlike most vehicles, there's no vents on the console itself. The vents are basically right in your face on both sides. Also very cool. And this car does have a panoramic sunroof. I'm gonna open that up for you right now if I can reach from here. Okay. Oh, whoops. And it slides right up. Okay, so this is basically a full interior and exterior view of the Ford Explorer Platinum. So let's go and see how she drives. All right, guys, it's time to go take this Explorer Platinum 3.5 liter V6 on a drive. And remember, this vehicle is tuned, so when I talk about its driving dynamics, throttle response, and even the way the transmission reacts, understand that it's not going to be the same way in the standard Explorer Platinum with no tune. So if you guys want me to do a before and after comparison, I will gladly do that. The only reason that I'm not doing it right now is because there's only a couple months left on this vehicle's lease, and I really don't want to start messing with the ECU back and forth too much and cause any problems. So anyway, just coming out in regular mode, we're just driving around cruising. Very soft ride, very quiet ride. This is a comparable ride to just about any of its competition that costs significantly more money. It's very, very surprising. The only comparison to what I've ever driven that this vehicle feels like, it's very similar to the Range Rover, like the standard Range Rover, the HSE, has a very similar ride. It's not very planted. The steering is extremely light. So if you guys want a sporty performing SUV, you should probably look instead, or the Sport, depending on which year you're looking at. But regardless, here's big bumps in the road. Really don't feel much. Like, it's very compliant. There's some stuff shaking around in the back, but that's about it. You don't really hear the bumps. You don't feel anything through the steering wheel. As a luxury SUV, very, very, very good. Okay, so let's turn onto this little straight road here and see how this Explorer performs. Okay. Slow down right here. Okay, punching it. Very strong off the line. 60. Okay. Big bump. Should have learned from the MDX. But yeah, very, very quick, very powerful. Very compliant on these bumps. Like, these are serious bumps in this road. And this vehicle just glides over them like they're not even there. Much softer ride than the MDX that I reviewed. Obviously much softer ride than the Camaro. Fantastic, honestly. Drop it down to second, punch it, boost. Yeah. It moves. Slow down a little bit. Yeah, let's slow down and give that guy some space. And then we'll see how it does in that turn. Alright, let's go a little faster than we should on this turn. It handles it very well. It doesn't feel very confidence-inspiring through the steering wheel because it's extremely light. Obviously, that's what this vehicle is designed for. It's designed to feel effortless. It's designed to feel luxurious, but it still performs relatively well. Again, these are vehicles that they give to police officers, so they should be able to be pretty capable out of the box, especially with this engine. Okay, so we're giving that guy a little bit of space because there's an upcoming back road. We're going to see how it does in the real twisties and turnies. But let me just tell you guys one thing. This vehicle does have a decent amount of torque steer. It's a front-wheel drive biased all-wheel drive system. So when you just punch it, when you're in the middle of cornering and you're on the gas, expect the steering wheel to be playing around in your hands. But let's go. For some reason, the transmission is not letting me drive in second gear. But let's drop it down to second right now anyway. See if it corrects itself. Ooh, body roll. Hey, it definitely feels heavier than it is. But it is quick. Cornering. It handles the turns pretty well. There we go. That was a good shot. One more tight turn. Let's see if it misbehaves. Very, very long steering wheel travel. You're going to need to let go of the wheel to make a full turn like that. But okay. Let's turn around. Okay, back on the turn. Let's put it into sport mode. See, sport mode in this car definitely does not change the steering wheel. And as I'm accelerating in second gear, the steering wheel is getting a little bit swirly in my hands. It's not a big deal. The car isn't too difficult to control. It has a decent amount of power. So from the factory, this car has 365 horsepower and 350 pound-feet of torque. So it's a healthy number. After the tune, I don't remember exactly which company I went with for the tune, but it was promised to be around 80 horsepower gains and 100 extra for pound-feet of torque. But obviously they're going to make their product seem better than it really is, just to maximize their sales. Therefore, a realistic estimate right now, this SUV probably makes somewhere between 400 and 420 for both horsepower and torque. So this vehicle weighs 4,900 pounds, and it honestly feels like it's heavier than 4,900 pounds. The MDX that I reviewed weighed 4,500 pounds, and it could have passed for a vehicle that weighed less than 4,000 pounds. This vehicle can pass for a 5,500 pound SUV. That's its driving dynamics. Speaking of 5,500 SUV, you got a Lincoln Navigator driving by. This thing drives like a Lincoln Navigator. That's not necessarily a bad thing. If you're looking for a luxury vehicle, this is absolutely fantastic vehicle to buy. If you're looking for a effortless accelerating, capable luxury SUV, great vehicle to buy. However, if you're looking for an SUV that you can take into the corners, if you're trying to replace, for example, a BMW X5, maybe a Porsche Cayenne, this is probably not the vehicle to do that with. It may compete in a straight line, but once it comes to actual handling characteristics, this vehicle does not compete with them in terms of that. This vehicle handles like a full-size SUV, even though it's a mid-size SUV. But look, even on these bumps, very composed, very, very soft. It's a great vehicle. Right here, another bump. Very soft. Please check me out driving on this road in the Camaro. It does not sound like this. I mean, I don't know how the audio, how the composure of the vehicle translates to the camera, but in the seat, it's a big difference. And again, the MSRP in this vehicle is about $55,000. And if you go with the correct time, you will get a good deal on the lease. Obviously, we're no longer in 2018. I'm talking about when this vehicle was originally leased, and we're on its last couple months. But you can get some very good deals. Alright, so that just about sums up this 2018 Ford Explorer Platinum with a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6 engine. Honestly, I would recommend this car to just about anybody. It's very, very luxurious. It's very, very capable performance-wise, and it's relatively affordable. So if you're going to be comparing vehicles that are this capable, expect to look at cars that are in the $70, $75, $80, maybe even $1,000 range. So for what you're getting, you may not be getting the most sport-oriented SUV, but that's not even the purpose of this vehicle. If you want a sport Explorer, you're going to have to get the Explorer Sport or the Explorer ST. This is the purpose of this vehicle, is to be as luxurious as an Explorer can possibly be. And you do get the same engine from the Sports and from the STs or whatnot. Well, not the same engine as the ST, obviously, it's a different displacement. But to get the Sport engine and basically just get a Lincoln outside of that, outside of the Ford badges, this is a very good bang for your buck luxury SUV. So all in all, I really enjoyed filming this video for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it as well. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what you would like for me to improve on. I would love to help you. I would love to help you guys find a vehicle that you want to buy for the correct price, for the best possible deal that you can get. But other than that, thank you so much. Have a great day.